Better get to it. The trains aren't gonna set themselves up. And we're hosted. Last time we wanted to go and set up at that other oil field.
Oil or iron?
The train is set up for the iron, now we just need to get to extracting it. But I was also
right,
looking at that oil field up there.
Walls is what was required.
What was required?
Walls.
Walls.
That's why I made that in this entire building.
Alright.
I think I'm gonna put 2 more down.
Still a ways off from tanks, aren't we? Alright, we needed to get the military science packs up and running. We need to get the blue science packs, which are the chemical ones, up and running. We also need to get military 3, but otherwise we have all the requirements for the tank.
I forgot how much work we did last time.
So we've got engines automated, sort of. We've got sulfur automated, now we just need advanced circuits and we have everything we need to make the blue science. For that it's plastic bars, which we have, copper cables, which we'll have to set up, and electronic circuits, which we might need to end up expanding on, like, later. Question is, do we set all that up where the green circuits are currently being made, or do we just make a new building?
We can just make another, might fit a red building inside of this red building, and or just put another red building outside and just process stuff there.
It'd probably be easier doing it that second way you mentioned.
I'll just have to upgrade some, like pretty much all the belts in here need to be upgraded then.
Yeah, I'm just thinking for this room in particular, we'll probably want more room for green circuits, so actually, maybe having a second building in here that's just for green circuits wouldn't be terrible. But the red circuits we'll want to put in their own building. So I'll work on that.
How's our stockpile of solid fuel? Do we just have the one, or we couldn't, like, make a shitload?
Right now we don't have terribly much actually. All of the solid fuel storage is down here in these steel chests, but they're both limited. Because I don't want to use up all of the petroleum on just making solid fuel, but actually the petroleum's full right now, so we could afford to stockpile more of it. So I'll just remove the limiters.
Yeah, I was gonna say, stockpile a bunch.
Yeah, it's all gonna get stockpiled
Vehicle.
right next to the train over there, so if you wanted it to be stockpiled somewhere else, you'll have to do that part.
Okay. I'm gonna make the building that the iron's gonna go into.
Don't have any rock storage, do we? Oh no, wait, we do.
It's outside, yeah. Oh, what'd you do?
Don't worry about it. You might want to set up a little bit more redundancy.
Yeah, there's only like it's split. This line is the only thing going south, and there's nothing really connecting the top grid, even right here where the building's at. Like, there's nothing connecting that. So, like, all of this is by itself.
Don't I remember you can hold like shift and click or something to automatically like copy what an assembler's making onto the other ones? Or am I just imagining shit? Like say if I wanted to quickly put all of these as red circuits, is there a way of doing that or do I just have to click through it for every single one of them?
Use a copy paste function. So Control C on the target.
Oh, so just the regular copy paste shortcuts.
Well, you can either run it through the hotbar, or you can just run copy paste like Control C, Control V. Also, blueprints are your friend. I just did a blueprint of the red like iron building that we got. Just getting it ready for when all the miners are set at the other iron base. One thing that I just remembered that I did with the iron thing, or the iron building, is all the inserters are facing the exact same way for the entire building. You don't have to orientate any of them. Feels good.
Should probably turn off my Discord notifications. Right, that's done.
Who messaged you?
Oh, Seb's nephew. Well, not message me, he messaged one of the, like, 5 trillion servers I'm in.
Yeah. Figured.
Right, so I've got advanced circuits being made. I just have to turn those into science packs. Don't really have any room to place that in the building that's making the red and green. So do I put that in where we're making the advanced circuits, or do I make yet another building? Because we're also gonna need to have somewhere to put together the military science pack, so we could do both of those in there.
You can, make a new building if you want.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Well, it all depends on how much you want to make? Because I feel like this is kind of small, and you could probably pump like these numbers up.
Yeah, I'm eventually gonna have to expand this, just like we're eventually gonna have to expand the green circuits, which actually, once this is fully up and running, is probably when we're gonna have to expand the green circuits.
Because you could probably split it right here and mirror what you got going on right here, going to one of like belt in the middle, and then feeding it off wherever, or even like feed it over here.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do.
I mean, isn't the bottleneck in that the plastic?
Right now it isn't, but maybe.
I thought that's, I mean, typically. I could be wrong.
I'll deal with the bottlenecks as they arise.
Now that I look how the base layout is, do you mind if you get out of there so I can move the building at a more optimal spot?
Yeah, we could do that. Want me to move the water pipe? Because I can move that one too.
I don't know if it's really necessary. Well, how much? I'm gonna see where the routing is at. It doesn't look that easy to reroute that, unless if you go like down to like here and then go across. Right.
I can make it work. Hold on.
And I can put the building like right almost on the belt. Maybe a little bit more. Like right there. Do we have an iron gear box somewhere?
Yes, we do. Where the red and green sign specs are being made. Should be right near where the red belt box is.
Oh, back there. Thank you.
Sure, I'm glad I accidentally made all those long reach inserters, because now they're coming in pretty handy.
I use them pretty much anything.
So we've got the blue science, now we just need black science. Military science packs. Well, there are a couple of things we could research with just the blue. Such as uranium mining. Or maybe more lab research. Yeah, that one's probably better. We could also research the electric furnaces if we want to get rid of the coal-powered ones sooner rather than later. But then we're probably going to need to ramp up electricity production quite a bit. Speaking of electricity production, it's getting near capacity.
Yes, no bueno.
Power should be good for another while, assuming we don't run out of coal, but if that happens, everything is fucked. Haven't had a biter attack in a minute. Or maybe I just have not been seeing them.
The second iron building is fully set up. I'm gonna craft some shit for the miners, and I think I'll go over and build that.
Need copper, steel, and coal getting in here. Not necessarily on the same belt.
Is that where you wanted it?
Yes, on the same line that the copper's gonna be on. Now the coal.
Do you have that other iron area surrounded with turrets yet, or?
I do not. Might be a bit tricky to get everything in here. Well, in a way that lets us actually use all 3 slots on the side here.
Yeah, I thought about that after we moved it. We can still move it over more if we fully want access to that side. You want to?
Let me try doing something with the stuff here.
Let me move it over, make it easier. Right there. I don't know if you can see the preview or not.
I cannot see the preview.
Okay.
It gets slightly above and to the left of where it was before, so we can more easily reroute everything.
Like right there.
A bit more out of the way than I was thinking, but that works.
Well. Or were you thinking still in line? Well, no. They wouldn't be in line with the bottom 3.
Yeah, just a little bit further away from the bottom there. Just so that we don't accidentally, like, plop down the building and then stuff's going into the wrong inserts.
It's not lined up, but it's up by 2, I think, for all of them. Like, this is the top one.
Actually, can you bring it up by 1 more? I'll place that down as a reference. Perfect.
I don't know if you wanted to go tighter and whatnot.
I want the coal to go in on that second one. The third one we just kind of wanted to leave it open for if we really want to pipe anything in there.
We can do if you wanted a coal line, go right from here.
And that's an idea. A good idea.
I mean, well, let's do it this smart.
Not sure why when sometimes you pick up the factory and put it back down, like some stuff's off the belt in here.
Yeah, it'd do that because everything just kind of stops.
So we're gonna have to expand engine production because right now that's the bottleneck on the blue science.
I think we have enough things, so if you want to make like more buildings of it, make it go faster.
Well, You know, it just said that we need to expand that, but actually I'm gonna work on the military science packs, and then I'm gonna go expand that. Just have to combine all
And
that
if you
stuff.
really have to go hard on the expanding, we have another building making iron that
So
is not connected to anything.
just figured out what we're gonna be piping into that bottom one there. It's going to be walls, because we need those for the science packs.
For the train down here, could you actually come and move it?
You need me to do with it? Like move
Like just
where the station is?
orientate it. Yeah, orientate it a little bit differently.
It can do that. Let me just send it over here. So where do you want it set up?
So I'm thinking you can kind of do the same setup, but like make it so that it starts turning like up here and then going into here.
Alright.
Just so I don't have to like destroy all the trees so that the guns have like a decent sight line.
Reason
Like
to set it up like
like
that
more
though
compact.
is there's more patches of iron over in that direction. So it's like once this patch is done, then we move on, or we move the train stop further along. Or
Yeah, you can just make a
alternatively,
triangle. Just make a triangle where it comes into here.
if you want.
And then you can like make the train go back that way. It's just
That too close
you're
to
gonna be
Dior
like,
though.
yeah, you're gonna have to like. That's why I said you have to like start curving it way up a little bit farther. Destroy these trees.
So like this.
Well, farther up as you can go. Like try to make it so that it's as close as up here as possible. I know I'm being a little needy, but there's 12
Restrictions
million
make the
ore
design
here,
better.
so. Do we have anything making nades?
I was in the middle, or actually, we do have it set up making nades, but we don't have any stockpile right now.
Yes, I know I can make them by hand, but like me.
There, got a weird ass triangle set up. Alter that train schedule. Instead, it goes to Quebec. Right, train will be back shortly. I'll leave the existing train station up for now. Might come back and clean it up later. now have both the piercing ammo and the grenades stockpiling in the building where the uh, military science is being made.
Trains can go through the gates, right?
Yep, the gates automatically lower to let the trains go past. Alright. Engine production has been expanded. Hopefully don't have to expand it more. How is the factorization? I'd say it's going pretty factorial. So we've got the blue setup, we've got the black setup. By black I mean military. So we can start researching all of the stuff that's currently available up until the next one. Purple. Forget what the heck purple is. Single or pair? Not sure what you mean by that. So far, the military science is definitely outproducing the blue science. Still waiting on those engines. Oh. Engines are going on the wrong side of the belt, so everything's jammed the hell up. Wait, are they? Yeah, that's the wrong side of the belt. Stop real quick. Oh wait, by single or pair I'm guessing you mean am I playing multiplayer? Which yes I am. It is right over there. Got the triple wall set up. Why triple? Okay, now I'm back to not understanding quite.
I don't know. Don't have to care about it for 3 times the amount. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess it means if shit starts breaking, you've got more bandwidth, for lack of a better word, before everything goes to complete shit. This is not Space Age. I think the Space Age content only kicks in once we get to launching the rocket, right?
It's a DLC, you gotta buy it.
Yeah, but a lot of the changes and improvements they made, like simplifying the liquid system in the pipes, was backported to the regular game. But yeah, if we ever do get to the point where, like, we get close to the end of the normal game and where the Space Age stuff would start, would you be interested in doing that?
More than likely, yeah.
Yeah, same here. So yeah, if we ever get close to launching the rocket, then we'll get into the Space Age stuff. And as for mods, yeah, these buildings that we're in is modded. It's called Factorissimo. Definitely like this one just because being able to, you know, just shove everything into a building makes it so you don't have to have as huge of a base. Which, you know, you can kind of argue is kind of cheating because you don't have to worry about biters as much, but it's not like it reduces your pollution amount. So they will come for you eventually anyways.
I mean, you kind of have to worry more about biters because if they destroy one of the buildings, it's like, it's just game over at that point, depending on what you have inside of it.
Yeah, but, I mean, if the biters are ripping apart your main factory, it's practically game over anyways.
Yeah. We're not making batteries yet, are we?
Nope. We've got just about everything we need to make them. Just have to turn the sulfur into sulfuric acid. Which for that, it's just combining 5 sulfur, 1 iron plate, and 100 water in a chemical plant. Relatively straightforward if you want to get that set up. Although I guess then we have the question of, do we build, or do we make the sulfuric acid in the oil cracking plant, or do we set up somewhere else with it?
I have no idea.
Actually, I'd probably be better setting it up somewhere else. Because we don't want to be piping all that liquid all over the place, if we can avoid it. Where are we from construction drones? Actually, we could get all that stuff where we can research all the stuff for that. We need advanced oil processing, then lubricant, then electric engines, then robotics. Then we'd have robot workers. Might as well get the advanced oil processing done. That'll be my next project. I need a bigger building for this. Still definitely short on engines. Could solve that by slapping some modules in there, but power cost is gonna go way up if I do that. Although with how it's set up, I can just kind of, sort of mirror that. Like that. Trans oil processing is set up. Next up, lubrication. By set up, I mean researched. I actually have to go set it up now. Pray for my mental sanity. Keep at least one of these making just regular petroleum gas for now, so that I don't just suddenly run out of it. Now I have to find somewhere to put all the light oil and the heavy oil. So I could just, for now, have all of those two get converted back down into petroleum oil. Remember what we need light oil and heavy oil for?
Not really.
Need heavy oil for lubricants. Light oil and solid fuel if we want to make rocket fuel, which we eventually will have to do. What else? We want to make the blue belts, which is not going to be for a while because we also need the purple science packs before we can make those, but yeah, if we want the blue belts, then we need to use the lubricant with the reds. Need sulfuric acid for the blue processing units, or the blue circuits. So maybe I set it up so that heavy oil makes lubricant, and the light oil just, yeah, it's either turn it to solid fuel or I can break it down into petroleum oil. Or petroleum gas. Damn it, I forgot how I set this up last time. Seeing as we're gonna need the heavy oil to make lubricant, how about I pipe all of that out of the petrochemical plant and we set up some new building that's gonna have both the sulfuric acid stuff and the lubricant related stuff.
We can. What size building do you want?
I was thinking we can make a blue building and stick the existing petrochemical building inside of that one. And then also make another red one, where, yeah, red building. And then put that one also in the blue building. So
I
all of
have
that would
a
go
red building.
right where the existing red building is.
I have one red building for that.
Right, so then we just need a blue. Lee, remember using signals to set up the automatic oil cracking, just so that if like light oil or heavy oil was maxed out, it would automatically start converting it into petroleum oil, which is usually the one that was always short. Just don't remember exactly how I did it. It's not working as intended. Right. Have the thing set up so it automatically starts making solid fuel if the light oil starts getting too full. Sucking up for the heavy oil as well.
Oh, I never asked. How do you like my spaghetti that's going to the two iron red buildings?
Give me a second. Me, this big pile of splitters.
Well, the outside and the inside corner that I got going on.
Looks very sophisticated.
So it splits the 4 into 8. And I just didn't want to move the building, so I was like, all right, compact mode.
If it works, it works. It looks like it's working.
I mean, the bottom building is not lined up to anything, so obviously it looks good right now, but once it actually runs, I'm sure there's going to be some bottlenecks.
Oh, probably, but we'll worry about those when we get to it. Might not be an entirely bad idea to try expanding the blue science.
Well, I upgraded the shit out of the engines. We're finally, like, backing way the hell up with them. But if you just mean more machines producing blue, then yeah.
Yeah, it can just sort of mirror what we have here. Actually, it would kind of fuck up with the military science being on one end of it. Maybe not exactly a mirror, but it can definitely expand it.
Well, do we need military science by itself? Or is it mostly just blue? There's a bunch of different ones that are.
Yeah, there's
gray as
more and
well.
more stuff that's going to require military science. We're almost certainly not going to have to expand the military science, though.
So right now we're bottlenecked by the blue, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Got a box or steel plates anywhere? Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah, right there. Oh, shit. Friggin' The spike in energy must be wild right now.
I haven't looked at that in a minute. Actually, it's not too bad. So if you
Are
zoom
you
out to
looking at the long-term graph?
yeah, if you zoom it out to like 1 hour, I notice it's been kind of like jumping up and down as of late. You clue why it's doing that?
I think it's the iron production. Nice thing is that the more iron we process here, the more the train is going to be efficient because I've been removing a bunch of miners off this patch, so
Eventually, we'll have plenty of room for even more big buildings.
just to let you know how like little amount of coal that we actually use, there's still like the solid fuel on the coal belts that are going to the coal or to the iron plate stuff.
Yeah.
Like way over here, there's still some solid fuel on the belt. And that was like, what, a couple hours of in-game since the last time there was some on the belt?
I mean, there is also the benefit of like the fuel value of coal is 4 megajoules. The fuel value of the solid fuel is 12 megajoules. So all the solid fuel that ended up on there took quite a bit to all burn up. Because it's like literally triple the fuel value. Now that I think about it, could switch or try to switch everything back over to using solid fuel.
Is it really worth it at this point, though?
No idea.
Because, like, I don't see us having to run off coal for that much longer, like, power-wise, at least. Because, like, if a bunch of the, electric furnaces and shit. Heck, there's still solid fuel over here on the boilers. Although at the end there's some solid fuel.
Now research Tonk. Actually, maybe next thing I do is set up the production line to start making tank ammo. Need steel, plastic bars, and explosives. How to make explosives again? Cold sulfur water. I can build that right out here. Don't even have to put that in a building.
How about we make a building, though, for all, like, the random little shit that you're putting outside?
Well, some of it, like the ammo factory
yellow
that's
ammo
out
with the
here, we
pipes.
don't need anymore. One with the iron sticks, that one's still useful. Actually, now I think about it, maybe we replaced that ammo plant with a pipe plant, because I got rid of that one when I expanded the engine production. Somehow ran out of red belts.
Interesting area to put that. I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
It's gonna be for making tank ammo, so I kinda want it to not be buried down anywhere. This is for making explosives.
Yeah, but like you're putting it in like a tight ass spot for no reason.
Makes the spaghetti part of the equation more fun. Ish.
I feel like we might need to expand, well, I should say make a base at somewhere we can get stone. But it looks like we would have to go on a crusade.
Well, that's what we need the tank for. So do you prefer regular cannon shells or explosive cannon shells?
Well, the biters aren't that big right now, right?
Not really, so I guess explosives would be better.
Yeah, because they will do more damage to the nest at least, too.
Steel, plastic, and then the explosives. Maybe it would have been better putting it over here. Damn it. But then I'd have to pipe the water in.
Yeah. Go from
we,
right here.
We kind of want to pipe
Go
the
from
water
right
in
here,
anyways.
go up. Yeah.
Right. Stick it in right there. So we need sulfur. We need coal, we need plastic, we need steel.
Does it matter if they're all separate builds?
The copper can be combined with the sulfur I have over here. Just need to... Not the copper.
Oh.
Coal.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Oh,
Yeah, I
coal
think I
with the sulfur.
misspoke.
Yeah, you did, because you said copper.
Oopsie doodles. Plastic and steel could also be on the same belt if that works. So we don't actually need copper for this. I don't think so.
You really misspoke then.
Yeah, it sure did. I was gonna set it up on this side. Although that side actually makes more sense.
Well, I was gonna feed it in. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, I was thinking about it and then I'm like, wait, how the shit do I balance this? The answer is I don't. And don't mean balance it in that way. Doesn't have to saturate the belt, just has to get to the ammo factories. Actually, yeah. I think set it up like this. Have to make sure the plastic's only ever gonna be on the one side.
But
Stop fucking with the belts. Alright, it works. So I'm gonna have to move this up. No wait, shit. Fucking... Brain not worky today. This isn't gonna work either. We're trying to put 3 things on one belt. Fuck, I'm dumb. Let's just do that. sucks, but as long as it works.
Oh, they're attacking the main base now.
From south?
Yeah.
You got the stuff to make a tank? Because I got enough material to make 2.
I do not.
Alright, I'll build you one.
We're just missing engines.
Just grab some solid fuel. Might be a while before everyone has the ammo they want. Man, how did it already get dark outside? Shit, let me go turn on the lamp. Wanna try expanding it? Or are you building something else?
Shit, I copied the one that you put 2 speed things in. I was just gonna put it over here where it made more sense. Instead of whatever the fuck setup you got going on over there.
Yeah, this one's not very scalable. Not to mention, it's also directly in the way of the entrance to this place, so it's kind of in the way. Want that coming out of the factory or staying in here and just put it in a chest?
I mean, I feel like bringing it out of the factory would be easier because that's where we're gonna be using them.
Sense.
How many rounds do you have?
I don't have any right now.
Oh, shit.
I noticed we actually have a stockpile of blue science. Gotta get to researching some shit.
Forget what's the firing modes and shit for
I forget how you switch between them. See, does that show up in controls?
weapon control, driver.
Hear explosions in the distance. I'm assuming that's you.
Yeah, it defaults to the cannon. But I don't know how to swap it over.
C
Oh,
to
you
switch
cycle
to
it with
next
C.
weapon.
Yeah. The train is bugged for some reason too.
Fug. Both trains tried to use the same thingamading. Might have to make a bypass or something. the trains are fixed. I think I'm gonna go secure that oil field in the north, or we could go clear out that peninsula. The one near where the new steel expansion is.
I have the stone pretty cleared out. I got one little one that I gotta do.
Yeah, most of the stuff near us is all at the north. So they're probably gonna start attacking from there soon if we don't deal with it. This thing works as an excellent lawnmower.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I need to, I fully ran out of ammo pretty much.
Are you using the good machine gun ammo, or do you still have a pile of the old one?
Nah, bunch of reds.
Okay.
Well, I should say I'm not out of machine gun ammo, but I'm out of rounds for the patrol tank.
Yeah, our ammo setup for the tank ammo is pretty good, so if you pop back the base, there's probably like a few hundred shells waiting for you. Honestly, we might have gone a little bit overkill with
The outside one had 150, the inside one had 84. Yeah.
It doesn't hurt the stockpile.
Especially if we want to do train stuff or, what you call it? The big spider mech. I forget if it runs any tank ammo or not, but...
I don't think that one had any weapons, unless if you count like the stuff like the weaponry you can put on the modular suit and stuff like that, and the power armor. Queue up some more research. Stronger explosives. used up about half my ammo and I've got 3 biter nests taken out.
Before it was taking 2 grenades for a bundle of trees. Now it's taking 1 grenade for a whole bundle. Thank you for researching that.
100% increase in efficiency. I'm starting to see some bigger spitters spawn. Wheel is all here underneath these trees. Get the oil. How are the tanks at the base doing? Pretty full, so we don't need it right now.
I just cleared the peninsula.
Very nice.
Oh, there's some crude oil down there.
Mister though.
At the tip of the peninsula on the other end. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good yield.
200%. I mean, looking at how it is, it might be another peninsula, so like it wouldn't be that bad to like protect.
Wouldn't hurt to set up some radars on the very tip of the peninsula so we can see everything near it.
I have to run power to make.
Could set up some solar panels or something. And just run the radars entirely off of that. We'll only be running for half the day, but
Yeah,
this time we don't have to worry about it.
How many? Jesus. How many do you think we need to put down?
Radar energy consumption is 300 kilowatts. Solar panel maximum output is 60 kilowatts. So to run one radar at full speed, you need 5? Or is it 6? No, wait, it's 5. So 6 solar panels per radar. Thinking more of the power situation, do you think we should get into nuclear? we've got a lot of uranium nearby.
Can, yeah. Who is not cutting it? So is it like the more radars you put together, the farther the range, or is there a limitation on it?
It's the more radars you have, the faster it scans through the chunks there. So if you only have
But
one, it'll take a while before it does all of it, but it does not increase the range to have more of them.
okay, so it was pretty much pointless to make this here then. Way out of range from the other side.
Well, I don't think it's out of range.
It is.
What do you mean?
So like if you go to, like you zoom in on where the main ore iron patch that we have with the train, like there's a square that's brighter than everything else. That's the limitation. So when I was down here, it was about the same size. And it didn't go across to the other side of the peninsula.
It's not a limit of how far away it'll scan, that's just where you can't zoom in on the map and it'll actually show you a live feed of it. So it does that anywhere that there's a powered radar and also wherever there's a player. So for example, I can zoom in on you right now and look at your tank.
No, but I mean, it's not worth it until we just clear out the other peninsula and put some down there.
Oh, nah, it'll still eventually reveal some of the stuff near the peninsula. It'll probably just not reveal all of it. Pretty sure
We
it
got a
doesn't
giant peninsula that we can play with now.
Actually, it says right on the radar itself, the continuous coverage distance is 3, so that's that square that's around where the places you set up the radars are. And the exploration coverage distance is 14. So that's how far it'll scan out to.
We already got almost 400 rounds outside.
Yeah, we
200
can
rounds inside.
probably
I'm gonna take down
limit
the
the
two
chest.
middle ones.
Yeah, take down the middle
I'm just gonna.
stuff, and I'll limit how much it's gonna stockpile so we don't have, like, this shit running forever.
Well, it's just 4 machines that we're running now. Instead of 6, so it should be okay.
Start setting up the sulfuric acid stuff because I need that for the nuclear. Suddenly we're not making enough military signs.
Train seems to be broken.
Again?
Yeah, both of them.
Shit. Tell that one to reverse. To set up some more chain signals. Probably. I don't know, I'm kind of just designing the shit based off of vibes. They did
I mean,
it
you could
again.
also do like two. You could do two set of rails right there.
Could, but in theory I should be able to set up the signals so that they never get stuck like that. Just have to figure out exactly how I do that again.
Well, if you put a second rail in between the two intersections, at least both of them can be in between the two intersections at the same time.
Be true.
Because the more we add more shit, the more the trains are going to be fighting each other.
Yeah, but unlike last time, I don't want to just set up all of the trains on the same network. Like, these ones, yeah, they can share a network, but going forward, I want to try to have more isolated networks if possible. Like the train I'm gonna be
Well-
doing all the nuclear stuff with, I'm gonna try
We can
having
bump
it on
out.
its own thing.
We can bump out this right side and have the oil stuff on this side. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but it's already all set up over there.
I mean, you could have that within a building, or like have the red building instead of a blue building, and then having all those oil tanks instead of a red building inside the blue building.
Yeah, but that sounds like I'm gonna have to rip everything up and place it all back down.
I mean, I've been pretty good at doing that lately, but I don't know about the liquid stuff. Certainly.
The only issue is with all the liquid that's already in those tanks, if you get rid of the tanks, then all that liquid just disappears. If there's nowhere for it to go.
Okay.
I think theoretically we can just place down a bunch of new tanks, get rid of those ones, and then all of the liquid in the pipe system will just go in the other tanks.
Okay.
We're gonna need a building to put all those tanks in, because the current red building would be pretty cramped in there if I put all the storage tanks in there. Another thing we have to decide on is, do we want to have it set up so that all the uranium gets mined and then brought back to the base where then it gets both enriched and then also used as fuel, or do we want to set all that shit up over at the uranium ore patch?
Well, do we need protection to be near it?
Sort of.
Then I think like having it out there would probably be the best. It won't be that bad because we can just put it inside of a building. So it's like the base still doesn't have to be like huge.
Wait, actually by protection do you mean radiation protection, or do you mean just like be covered by turrets?
Radiation.
Oh, don't have to worry about that. At least I'm pretty sure we don't. Notice the power's getting pretty high up there again. Power might go down for a second. Never mind, it's fine.
Fuck, that's annoying. Okay.
Completely forgot where I put my car.
There's two green ones down here. It was because I hopped in yours to move it around. I think it's the one that's aiming at the gate. Down there is yours.
Alright. I'm pretty sure we both use solid fuel, so it might as well be the same car.
That's one thing I didn't know. Almost as fast going backwards than it is forwards.
The wonders of having proper reverse gearing.
Motherfucker got straight cut gears in there.
think I'm gonna color code the trains. So what color do you want for the iron train? So all future iron trains are also gonna be the same color.
Do you got like a blue color for it?
A blue. Oh shit, I
Think that's
got
the
the
most
whole
appropriate.
RGB that I could use. You want very blue. Or just kind of blue.
Well, iron is sort of like a light blue color in this. So.
Alright, so like a teal like
blue?
this.
Guess. Yeah.
Right. I have it set to use the destination train stop color, but it's staying red. Oh, there we go. So the teal I'm using for the iron ore is red 0, green 122, blue 150. Wheel trains are going to be a nice purple. 242 in both the red and blue, 0 green. And the nuclear trains are going to be a nice green.
I'm trying to balance the ore belts coming from the fucking train, and Jesus Christ.
How many splitters you got?
Too many.
I see that.
I mean, I'm sure like all these ones right here are probably just redundant.
Maybe.
It's just with having 6 inputs, it would be hard to try to like balance them all by themselves. So I go from 6 down to 4. It works, so fuck it. I'm just gonna leave it for now.
And even if the chests fill up and the train ends up standing there, as long as we're not short on the ore that's going into the building, it's all good.
The thing is, now it's a lot more like sort of balanced. Like there's like one chest that is at like 800, and there's one chest at 2K, but the 3 or 4 other ones are at like 1,000. But before it was like there would be 4 empty ones, and then there would be 2 at 2,000 each. So it would take forever to like unload and shit. What I hate though is that they only set them down on one side of the belt. Is there a way to fuck with that so that they don't only put it on one side of the belt?
I think so.
The current setup that you have, I don't know how to fucking... If I make a base at the stone, how the fuck are you gonna put a train in here? Like, what's your plan with that?
Well, one thing we could do is expand the wall a bit down and put in another train stop, or around where you're standing we can put a vertical train stop. I don't know. Like, do you want the stone to show up where the current stone miners are right now? Or
Well,
do you
it's
want it,
not-
like, next to where the iron train is? Because I can set up there, too.
Well, it doesn't really matter where we put it, because, like, this stone's not gonna last for that much longer. We only got 150,000 left in it.
I could set up a temporary train stop until all the stone's gone, and then set it up where the current stone miners are.
I mean, how much stone do we really need? Because, like, we're not even, like, touching the full potential of this one. But with the other patch being 7.4 mil, and it's pretty wide, I'm assuming we're going to have a lot of input from that one. So I don't know if we need to put, like, another building down, because I think we can just keep with this building. But might as well just move it, but having it down here kind of a weird spot.
Yeah, we can move it to wherever we want, just the same as we can set up the train stop wherever we want. Just have to pick a spot and build.
Well, I want to keep it to the right of the iron one so that there's less competition between all the trains.
So
So, like, if you wanted to just go straight up to where, like, the new bump out that I just did.
over on that side, I could do that. Just
I mean,
kind
it's
of
not-
mirror the
you don't have to
existing
do it
train
right
stop
now,
that's
so-
there.
Yeah, somewhere vertical here, but, like, I think we're good for a bit on stone, so it's not the end of the world right now.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
thinking a little bit farther ahead. How much longer were you streaming today?
I'm good to go for like at least another half hour if you're up for it, but I'll let you decide how long you want the stream to go.
I'm on night shift, so I don't really care. Plus, I have Monday off.
We'll go for another half hour. Brain's not completely fried, but it's getting there.
I'm just queuing up a bunch of the blue stuff. Ooh, maybe not that one. Yep.
I forgot we had the jetpack mod.
Yes. Now, I'm not sure, like, what do you need to be able to use?
What do you need for what?
Type of fuel? What type of fuel?
For the jetpack? I think it's just any fuel, but the better the fuel, the faster you'll fly.
Rocket fuel gives the best result, but can also burn nuclear fuel, solid fuel, process fuel.
So, no coal, no wood, I guess.
How do you open your armor rack? Or do you need... Oh, you need the modular armor.
Yeah, you need something you can actually slot things into to open that screen, which I do not currently have anything like that.
Do you want me to make you one?
I think I'm good for now.
I mean, it's just steel and advanced circuits for the red circuits.
It's just, aren't we gonna get a better armor, like, in not too long anyway? Yeah, the exoskeleton equipment. See right there. Or no, wait, exoskeleton's a thing you stick in the armor. Damn it. But we can research power armor. And after that, the power armor Mark II, but that's not gonna be for a while.
Okay, interesting.
Uh, very interesting.
This
Kinda
is with
looks like it
solid fuel.
drifts.
I mean, I'm holding the buttons a certain way. I'm just confused on what I'm holding. Because it kind of looks like I'm holding like a double barrel or triple barrel or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Right. Sulfuric acid. That's what we need next.
So all that flying I just did there, I think it was like somewhere near 20 solid fuel.
Not a
I
ridiculous
mean, that's
amount,
only,
but it's not exactly cheap.
it's also the tier 1 of it. So then it's like pretty much like having a sneak through mod, but it's even better. And I'm quite surprised that it's able to work in here and not have any issues. We kind of should have put that in the building.
Yeah, probably.
I forget. Did you watch the Outdoor Boys at all? That's somebody else I'm thinking of.
The name is not familiar.
Okay, then it's most likely somebody else.
Find a better spot to park our cars.
Probably park them down here then.
This isn't good. Our light oil is maxed out, our heavy oil is nearly maxed out, we've got no petroleum, and our solid fuels box is completely full.
think I'm good to get off whenever now, because everything else that I can think of to do is just gonna take way too long.
I think I'm just gonna finish setting up this mining for uranium. Should just take a moment.
It's the same shit.
Go send the train over. Gonna set up its schedule so it stays here until the cargo's full, and then we'll be good for today.
Entity damaged.
Where was that?
Oh, it's just power pole.
Accidentally set one up too close to the rail network? It's not one of the ones at the bases. Must be one in the middle. Oh, looks fine. See biters on the screen. They ran past the oil base, they're going towards the main base.
Oh yeah, I found it. Yeah.
There's some more coming. I already damaged that one.
I think it's the gun that damaged it.
I forget what the maximum storage capacity is on the cargo wagon.
40 slots.
Okay, so 40 times 50. 20,000?
It's just there's no weight capacity and it doesn't change, so it's just 40 per 40 stacks of whatever.
So 2,000.
Oh, do you have to put a number in? Okay, I thought you were like more just straight up curious on like what the actual number is. So
Yeah.
you had to input.
Since it's got two wagons, and I can't just tell it like, oh, wait until the cargo's full, because technically the fluid wagon counts as a cargo wagon. I think it does. Might be completely wrong. Not sure. Well, either way, we're good to get going if you want, because it's gonna take quite a while before this fills completely up.
You're gonna come back to the main base, or you're gonna stay out there?
Yeah, I can do that. Take the train. Got sidetracked like 50 times, but we sure got a lot of stuff done.
Not that sidetrack. I mean, it was only like, what, 3 hours?
Like 3¼ hours.
Still got plenty done.
Yup.
Like, I set a full new building up. We rejiggered the other building. We made the base a little bit bigger. Had more shit.
Yeah.
Made a complete other base.
Not entirely happy with what's going on in here, but it's good enough for now.
We really should just put a blue building down and then, yeah. We can move the antenna or the radars to somewhere smarter, and then we'll have a lot more room just right there.
The radars don't matter super much, so if anything, actually, instead of having them all clustered in one spot, we should have them at like each corner of the base. Maximize the range on them, and also.
That's why I said smarter.
Yeah. But lots of things we could have set up a bit smarter. As long as it works, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Also, we have power armor done.
Yeah.
Alright then. So, extreme of Factorio is whatever the hell we feel like it, I guess. But we can try to keep it like once a weekend if you want.
I mean, up to you. I don't have anything going on tomorrow either.
Yeah. Well, if you're up for it, I can do tomorrow.
Yeah, I can do that.
Tomorrow it is then. Look forward to it.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're...
Thank you for games.
Yeah. Very GG's.
Indeed.
That is all in the stream now. So thanks for watching and see you guys.